do all the survey. But right now it is not like that. So everything is integrated with the seamless service over here. So digitally, all the surveys are happening there. So all the major projects are being designed, and then the preliminary design, discussions, everything are done only on the data provided by NRSC. So dear students, this information is specifically for our student community. The plenty of opportunities are available there. I think sir will throw more insight on how these major potentials can be utilized by both the faculty as well as from the students community. Coming to this ICON 26, the digital systems, dear faculty friends and students, definitely the future is only for CPS, that is cyber physical system, where the seamless integration of the cyber, the physical system has to interact with cyber. Obviously, with the emergence of AI over there, so lot of industry automation, wherever the automations are happening there in the industry, wherever the real-time decisions has to be taken with the efficiency, with the time constraints, all these things, where the cyber physical system need to be properly upgraded also. So, one of the best example is right now, day before yesterday, in fact, we have seen, I have seen one patient where the patient was done spinal surgery from the top to the bottom. Listen to me carefully, from the top to the bottom of the entire spinal, the bone, it is only the robo which has done that particular surgery. So the robos are controlled by the typical surgeon, who is very accustomed with the robotic surgery system also. So where the system could be able to take the real-time decision based upon the surgical procedures also. So it depends upon the nature of the tissue, and then how depth, what are the layers of our human system, it has to cut through, and then what are the force it has to do for each and every stages, everything is done. So after seeing the patient, I have not seen the visible mark. That is the speciality of that particular, the surgery done by the cyber physical system. Now, dear students, it is again possessing a lot of challenges also, especially when it is a industry, control systems, all the things, especially the industry 4.0 is totally tied up with the cyber physical system, where the real-time parameters has to be measured, and then the optimal decision has to be taken in the right time also. So again, if there is any delay in the data acquisition and then the decision making process, so definitely that the outcome of the product outcome will be totally flawed also. So there the cyber physical system need to be augmented with the AI layer also, so that the predictive maintenance and then optimal decisions, all these things can be taken. Not only that, again the communication also. So people used to say 3C, that is communication, computing, and then the control. So the 3 C's are very, very important as far as the cyber physical systems are concerned. Then along with that, another very important domain area which is coming up is the security of this cyber physical system also, because this involves lot of real-time process, control, and then where if any malfunction happens here, hundreds of lives will be in danger also. So there also the controlling, all the things are very, very important. So what I am trying to say is, dear students, friends, this area is another upcoming very, very important domain area where the opportunities are for only the core engineers. That's what actually I am trying to say. See, you may be from any domain of engineering departments, but if you have a good immersion on this cyber physical system, definitely there will be a lot of opportunity for you. So with this, let me thank Dr. Kanya and then Dr. Dahlia Sam and then my faculty friends for arranging for choosing such a very, very important topic for this particular conference. ICON 26. Thanks a lot for providing such an opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words.
Visionary leadership shapes institutions and inspires excellence. Now I request our respected Dr. S. Geeta Lakshmi, Vice Chancellor, to deliver the presidential address.
A very good morning, my dear students and the faculty of Dr. NGR Education Research Institute and my dear Information Technology Department with the heading of Dr. Kamiya and Silviraj and Ethraj, Dean Ethraj. Of course, the well-renowned Dr. S. Murali Krishna. In fact, I have more on this part of this on the space, right? I have a liking for it. In fact, I would love to listen to this. But anyway, whatever is done, and on behalf of the management, our chairman A.C. Shanmugam and our president A.C.S. Arun Kumar have given you the opportunity to go far ahead in the scientific world where we have to excel the other countries. I do not know how many students would take it up for getting an education in such an institute with a noted person like this coming and giving you a talk on what's going on today and in the future. You have to go, and also I want all the faculty also to get, sir, is there an availability of training of my faculty? Yeah. So of course I want my faculty also to get trained. And that doesn't matter you are in the information technology, but you have to get trained in other skills. So I just want, and in fact, I would say, eye on the sky, right? This is the term which we have to use now. There is no work on the ground. All the ground work has to become into the sky. So, புரியுதா பசங்களா உங்களுக்கு சொல்றது? இந்த கிரவுண்ட்ல ஒர்க் பண்ணக்கூடாது, எல்லாமே ஸ்கை கமிஷன், தட் இஸ் சேட்டலைட் பேஸ்ட். Each one has a work, the satellite has a work, so you can monitor anything from the ground level to make things happen at the ground. And as per you have seen the war going on, and everything can be monitored, any from agriculture to whatever health or anything, you can monitor from the sky and do the necessary changes which has to come to the near future. And I want all the students to carefully watch what our Dr. S. Murali Krishnan has to say, and I want each one of you to take part in what are the doubts and how to go forward in your education system in the information technology. I wish the information technology a grand success. In fact, I thank bringing Dr. Murali Krishnan here is a great value to our university also. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your motivating and visionary address. I request the Vice Chancellor to facilitate our chief guest. May I now invite Dr. N. Ethraj, Dean of EMT, to share a few words.
Good morning, all of you. Good morning. Respected Chief Guest, Dr. Murali Krishnan, respected Additional Minister E. Silviraj sir, respected HOD IT, Dr. Kamiya, and my dear faculty and school friends. See, actually speaking, I always used to say, whenever you attend a symposium or national seminar, whatever it is, attending is not the primary thing. you have to learn something from it. Because you know, every day we are listening, hearing some new technology is coming. And we have to cope up with that. We have to run along with the technological growth. Unless or otherwise, you update yourself, you skill yourself. You can't be surviving in this society. That is what happening now. So, the future, see, we are listening that every day AI is going to take away your job. It is going to throw away so many people from the employment. Remember one thing, if one door is shut, other door will open. So similarly, AI may do something, but at the same time, the other door is there, where you need a lot of engineers to do it. But only request to you people is, you have to update yourself. And you have to make yourself comfortable with the latest technology and skill plus research-oriented activities is a must nowadays. You need to be an innovative person. You need to be a very, very smart working person. Unless you are smart, you are not research-oriented, it is very difficult for you to compete with your colleagues. So you have to make yourself knowledgeable, skilled, and research-oriented. This is very, very, very important. Very unfortunately, the AI tools make you not to think, not to use your brain. My humble request to you is, please use the AI tools as an augmented one, support one. Not a, don't depend 100% on that. Your brain will never work. See, to say your example, so many people may be working with the crossword or puzzles. If you see that if the puzzle is given and the answer is given in the next page, usually our human tendency is to see the answer and put it in the crossword. That is natural. But if the answer is not given, you try to find out the answer on your own. This is what you are supposed to do. Everything is available. If you name it, you get it from the AI tools. Already we used Google for a lot of things. But sometimes, you know, the data or information what is coming through these AI tools or Google is enormous. You do not know which is right, which is wrong. The filtering and getting the information is very, very challenging. So please use your brain. Have the support from the AI. That's what my humble request is. So I congratulate the IT department for organizing such a wonderful team-based ICON 2026. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable and inspiring words. It's now time to introduce the distinguished personality who has graciously accepted our invitation to inaugurate ICON 26. I invite Dr. R. Selvi, Associate Professor, Department of IT, to introduce our esteemed chief guest.
Good morning, all are present here. It's my privilege to introduce our chief guest, Sri S. Murali Krishnan, who currently serves as a Deputy Director of the Data Processing Area and Area Service Data Management Area at the National Remote Sensing Area, a pre-center of the Indian Space Research Organization. With extensive experience in geospatial technologies and remote sensing applications, Sri Murali Krishnan has been at the forefront of advancing data processing system and aerial service that supports national development initiatives. In this present role, he leads the critical activities related to the satellite, airborne and UAV platforms, ensuring efficient data acquisitions, processing, management and disseminations. His work significantly focuses on information extraction using artificial intelligence and machine learning, as well as the development of advanced data processing algorithms. Through his leadership, cutting-edge technologies are being integrated into remote sensing workflow, enhancing the accuracy, reliability, and impact of geospatial intelligence across the diverse sectors. Sri S. Murali Krishnan expertise and contributions continue to strengthen India's capabilities in space-based and inspiring leader and a distinguished expert in this field. We truly honored to have him with us today as our chief guest. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the wonderful introduction. With great honor, we now invite our esteemed chief guest, Dr. S. Murali Krishnan, Deputy Director, National Remote Sensing Center, to deliver the inaugural address.
Good morning, everybody. Dr. DC, Dr. Kangir, distinguished people sitting in the dais, and other faculties and my dear friends, students. Actually, I feel, I'm from Tirunelveli, as if I'm sitting in Tirunelveli. I have the, when I look at students, I have that, my old memories goes back to my college days, sitting with students in my own Tirunelveli district, studying more. After a long time, I'm participating in Tamil Nadu some functions, because after Chandrayaan 3 success, my school and college I visited in 2003 time frame. After that, I moved from Hyderabad. So after a long time, I'm coming here. So first, thank you very much for inviting me to inaugurate this Icon 26. So when my office told me, why don't you go and do that? Then I said, okay. Then I was looking at your brochure. So it was very attractive topic and very complicated topic too, and easy to tell but difficult to implement. Then I thought, okay, let us go inaugurate and spend some time with students. What do they feel? What do we feel? Where is the world is moving? And where we stand. All this technology. And you know very well now, people say that there is no order in globe now. Everywhere chaos. Everywhere fighting. So everywhere you need technology to take it. So in fact, last 2-3 days also we are too busy in monitoring the things. So then I thought, okay, let us spend some time here and work with the students, see what best we can do, and do that. I have going to speak about 2-3 things. One is about our organization, what do we do, how do we help our country, our global. Next, what are the opportunities available for you all, and how do you use it? That is another part. In sync with your whatever your conference, your topic. So in the beginning, we are from, say, like Indian Space Research Organization have multiple centers all over India. And it is like nobody knows what others are doing. Okay, if you ask me what is rocket, you will tell better than me. I don't know what it is. Okay, so somebody if you ask what is satellite, to the rocket guy, they will say, I am a rocket guy, I am not a satellite. So it is all a different center, very core activity they will do. And like that, ours is a National Remote Sensing Center. We manage all remote sensing satellites, whether it is the Indian satellite or global foreign satellites. Everything we manage from Hyderabad. We track the satellite, we acquire the data, we process the data, we gather information, we disseminate information, we use it for different applications. So 50 plus satellites we are handling. Some satellites are in orbit still today. Some satellites already is past its life, but data is available, we handle it. We have from Hyderabad, 80 kilometers from Hyderabad on the way to Bangalore highways, we have one place called Shadnagar. We have some 400 acres land there, only our antenna systems are there. Because it has to be away from the city, there will be no obstruction should be there when it tracks the satellite. We have some 8 antennas, and one important to the IT people, I was discussing with him also, the challenges what we face is people talk during night time kilobyte they talk, correct? 1.4 MB floppy disk, 10 MB, 20 MB, then MB has become kilobytes has become MB, then it's become gigabyte, then terabyte. Now we are talking about petabyte. So we have a data center with 40 petabyte data is available now. Huge data is available. In the last 40 years we collected the data from different sources. And the challenge to all of them is first how to store it, how to retrieve it. Because technology keeps changing, so it is becoming outdated. And how do you move from one media to another media so that you protect the data, that heritage data. So now, I don't know whether you heard about, now people are talking about object storage. They are living into all this state library, SAN, NAS, everything is going off. Now people are talking about more about object storage, like objects you handle in your programming. So we are also getting to the object storage, that is a line storage. So you don't regret keeping a tape or bring the tape, download all that. So that is the one area that is going to be the future. So people who are working on IT, computer science, look at that part. How does your storage data is being stored, retrieved? That is very, very important. Then what we do is after the storage, we process the data. And every satellite is a unique satellite. Every satellite gives a unique information. And every satellite has a unique modeling, unique processing. So this is how every satellite is built. That is for a specific purpose. That is the processing part. Another second part is third part is your application, or how do you derive information from the data. That's what VC was mentioning. I was talking there. Now no more war on the ground. All wars are going to be on the sky. So even this Russia-Ukraine war, only people realize there is no more tank is required. Previously, your tank is the number one weapon in any war. But people realized, tank is something, I don't know, among 400 crores or something like that. Your UAV is hardly some 1 crore or 2 crore. One UAV, like a self-destruction UAV, will go and fall into the exactly head of the tank. So entire 200, 300 crores will go off in 1 crore UAV. So people have realized now war is not going to be on the ground. So everybody is looking at technology that too from the sky. That is so we also do a lot of work on UAVs. And at the time, I think this university, I understand some 20,000 students are there. 2 heavy loaded students are there. So I think this is the time this university also should get into the development of drone, UAV. That is very important. Because that is going to be the future. So, because there you require electronics, you require programming, you require hardware, software, everything together. So, I think, I don't know how far you have an understanding in the other industry. MIT does a lot of work on it. So, maybe this is the time, because all young students are there, they will be very happy to work on UV, like latest technology now. The moment you do something and it's flying in front of you, then you feel very happy. Something whatever I done, it is going down. So that is only important. So we also do a lot of work on that. See, like what Kalam was mentioning, Dr. Kalam was mentioning about the missiles, that my missile will, whatever today topic, your physical system with you around. Applications, I don't know whether some of you know even fishes, they're through satellites only. We have a program called Potential Fizzing Zone. This is given by the satellite that every day by 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, district authorities will give the fishermen which direction you have to go to get your. That's all being tracked through these satellites. So you can study the water quality, chlorophyll content, everything through satellites, which is flying 800 kilometers above the ground. That is the technology today is available. And we monitor everything. There is anybody's, suppose there are mining operation is going on, you want to see how much mine, how much things are excavated from that place, you can study the volume. That also from the space possible. Then if you want to see, suppose let us say national highways, there is a construction going on. So how much fast it is going on, whether as per the schedule it is going on, you can study through the satellites. You can monitor, you can do that. So now, so what I am asking all of you is look at, now there is a lot of information is available. So it is a time, say I know, I keep telling to my children also don't spend time on, you can also use that as a good weapon for you to improve your knowledge on that. So the amount of information available is very high. So there, I don't know, some of you heard about this model, data, information, knowledge and wisdom. There is a model. There is a time all of you should get into the data is the data what you collect from the place. And data will have a bad data also, good data also. So you have to filter it, get the good information from that. How do you do that? Then you have to build your knowledge, algorithm development. How do you develop the algorithm? How to spend time? How to get the information from that? Then finally use your wisdom to apply where you want to apply onto the ground level. So similar way now, because your instruments are becoming miniature and miniature, that's why this IoT and all has become very famous now. You are getting a real-time data, you have a very good power. So you can take your real-time system from IoT and you have a data available on the ground, you can integrate that and the information whatever you want to give, you can provide on real-time to the people. So that is how the system is going towards that. So, but it all depends on how do you use the data. How do you understand the data and how do you use the data. So you are very careful getting giving the to the system and getting back. So when I'm talking about AI, but AI also like you say somebody's experience. We are telling somebody's experience because AI is built into him, correct? Or because over his long period of work, he has seen a lot of training sets and he has faced a lot of problem or that. So these all became training sets for him. That's why somebody says he's very experienced, means that is his body is built into the AI. Like he has seen the ups and downs in life. He knows what to do, what not to do. That's all different training sets. That is how he built AI. So I used to tell people, if you see old people like I used to see my mother at 85, she doesn't need a calculator, correct? For her all training everything is built with her hand only she calculate everything, correct? I know she gets pension. When DA comes she will tell I got last time this much, DA 3% calculate everything, she will not tell you that. This is the amount you should get credited. So you should look at AI like that, that it is we are doing that and we are the people building it. So how you, whatever you think you have to put into mathematical form and do that. That you have to spend time. That is a very crux, very difficult part of the people, that how do you, whatever you think, whatever you watch, how do you translate into mathematics and put into the system. That is where you have to work very hard on that. And being an engineers, that is the core activity you have to do that. If you are not translating into mathematics and getting as a model and use it, then you cannot survive in the world. If you want to really survive and you are one among the good people who develop software, then you have to inculcate the culture of whatever you think. You are the, like everybody will be after you to, your services. People will ask for your services. So when we do the work, the same issue will come to us. There are problems we face. Our missions are not easy. Every mission may be success or failure. So we have to keep on work on that. So when we are working on Chandrayaan 3, Chandrayaan 2, everybody knew that was a failure. So we understood when we are working on Chandrayaan 3, even we were part of that too, doing the simulations, how to ensure that it lands. See, one of the important studies we did is that when it is falling free fall, it is not very difficult to control the speed of the lander. That is what Chandrayaan 3, the committee has analyzed and said, don't make it free fall from 100 meters down. Somewhere at 10 meter, 20, 80 meter, you make it zero. Float at that point, so that you have a time to come down. Chandrayaan 2 was not like it was coming slowly, it was coming down, landing, it crashed. So in Chandrayaan 3 we did that. It was somewhere at 80 meter above the ground, it has come zero velocity, and slowly we have released it. The issue has come, how do you simulate that condition? How do you test it? We have an aircraft. Generally, if you look at all spacefaring nations all over the world, they have an aircraft also with them. Because most of the instruments they test in aircraft, sensor, everything, then they take it to satellite. And when the satellite it gives problem, when they try it in airborne and find out the problem, they try to solve it in satellite. That is how the aircraft is used. Then the aircraft, you cannot stall it, it will fall. So that is where we have come with these helicopters. From here, we took a helicopter from Indian Air Force because helicopter can hover around. So the instruments were kept in the helicopter, hover around 80 meters, from that it was dropped. Then we started simulating, studying how it is falling, where it is falling. There are a lot of craters will be there. That is depth. Sometimes go to 30 meters also. So if a lander falls into a crater, it cannot come out. So we are all studying that where is the crater. Suppose lander when it coming from the crater, it should go away. So if you look at the Chandrayaan 3 lander, it moved away from 200 meters. When the point where it is supposed to land, you see there was a crater, it moved around. So what I am trying to say is, this all comes mathematics. You have to work on that. You have to study. Suppose you have a data, I want to land here, but I find a depth. How will I move to some other place? So that is how you have to think. Easy to think, but then you have to apply onto that. So these are the area I expect, students. You should not everything depend on faculty. They have their own problem, managing, exam, test, all that. But students should be autopilot. This we always say in ISRO also, you should be autopilot. You are a scientist. Don't expect us to teach you. You should be autopilot. You should learn yourself, and because you have your basic education is already there. So you should learn yourself and try to see whether possible or not. And nowadays there is a lot of programs with ISRO, respond programs are there. projects are there, students can come to ISO centers for projects. If you go to the website of ISO, there are students' projects are there. Internship you can come to ISO. You can take a long project you can do with ISO. You can take a respond project with the premier institution. Especially this present government, they only want students in private to work on that. Because they want less government to work on these niche areas, only they want to expose the students. That's why we previously we did not open our institution for students for projects. But now government said very clearly it is a public money, it should go to the people. So we have opened it up. So students can come, they can work with us 3 months, 4 months for your BTech project. MTech project is I think 8, 9 months, 1 semester. You can come there, you can work with us. And you can take a response project. The procedure is there, you can apply for that. ISO will fund you, you can do the project. And we will come and tell you, like he was mentioning, both of them, that because you, facilities are there, information is there. So you have to seek the information and use it for your advantage. So, because we are here only to facilitate. We will not push you, correct? We take these are the information around 26. Like, for us, biggest problem is data. What I will do with the data? I have 40 petabyte data is available. So somebody want to do data mining, you can do that. There is a Bonidhi portal is there. You can take all data free. See, this one good this government has done is previously data you have to buy. It is so costly. 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs like that if you want to buy a satellite data. So generally students don't use it. But when you are seeing the statistics, many people are not using it, but you will keep on launching satellites. Then government has come with a proposal in 2023 that the space policy 2023, where it says you can log into the data, log into the portal, you can create your ID, you can download the data. You can download the data last 30-40 years also. But so you use the data and try to, like data mining is one of the things I have been telling that 40 years we have data. If somebody can mine it and get some information from that, so use it. For example, in Hyderabad they have started, it is called Hydra. I don't know that full form of that disaster agency. Their job now is to get back the land illegally occupied by the people, including lakes who occupied. So recent statistics shows that 45,000 crores worth of land, they took it back from the illegal occupation. That is purely through satellite data. That is, we have an understanding with them. So we have analyzed with 30 years of data. So very clearly will be visible that lake was there, now lake is closed, building is there. So, and there are sometimes some open park is there, people are constructed. So, people are using, so that Hydra has become so famous. Now that model is adopted in UP now. That Noida, that area also the same is going on illegal occupation. So people are using satellite data to find out where is illegal occupied, where is the full tank level, who has constructed the house in the full tank level. So all that is being studied through the data. So at least today you all go into Bonidhi portal, open a login. Okay, I can make out whether from NGR University somebody logged in or not. Okay, you log in, at least go through the satellite data, what are things available, and download the data, start writing program, go to ChatGPT, ask for how to read emails, he will throw you a program. Okay, sometimes it may be good, it may be wrong. Slowly build and how to get the information, because this is going to be the future, I am telling you. When you say integrate physical system with your IoT instruments, your base layer is the satellite data. So that is going to be the future for all of you. So if you master that, first master the understanding the data. If you master the integrating thing, then you will be an ultimate, super duper you will become. If you integrate both, there's a digital twin concept if you get into that, and real-time visualization if you are able to get with IoT instrument and somebody can monitor it. There are so many problematic areas we have not even solved even today. For example, disaster we monitor everything from satellite, flood and all, but landslide is the biggest issue even today. We are not able to predict the landslide. After landslide happens only we are going and analyzing it. So there are IoT sensor people are keeping it. Landslide happen based on your water or slope or humid condition and all. So there are a lot of people are working on this IoT, keeping in a specific part where this landslide happens, keep that sensors and take the data, anything perturbation is happening or not, how to get that, how to model it. Then avalanche and snow is another big area, nobody is able to solve it. It keeps happening. They are not able to study the impact. We are not able to study when it is happening. So these are the areas, somebody should, as an institute, somebody should dedicate to concentrate on that. See, one product is enough. One algorithm is enough for you to survive next to 40 years. But you should get that algorithm or that model or that solution for the major problem. Then next to 20 years, 30 years, you can use that. And this is how the Europeans do. Europeans, Americans, they get in the technology, they make own technology that everybody uses that. Correct? For example, GPS, old